Ma'am, do you know why we're here? Is it because of the home invasion that happened here last week? Oh, that takes way too much resource. We're here because of some hate speech online you left. Hate speech? Really? What did I say? I believe you said, I hope it rains bacon near the mosque. Yeah, so? I hope it rains bacon everywhere. Can't say stuff like that, ma'am. You also said, can these Indians start to use deodorant? Yeah. I mean, I go to the gym and I think hygiene is really important. Hey, ma'am. You've been given a warning. Please stop leaving hate speech online. Honestly, stop wasting my time and your time and go do actual police work.
When did Canada become so openly communist? I know people are going to push back on that term, but socialism leads to communism. And this guy, Mark Carney, who's in power right now, is a proclaimed socialist. This guy makes it his mission to take resources from people, to amass power, to raise taxes, to ruin economies, and to take control from the citizens, take freedom from the citizens, and centralize it in a few people. So socialism, communism, if you look back in history, communism was still just a group of people with the power, saying it was for everybody else's good, but stealing all the resources, tanking the economy, and basically taking away private property. And what do you see in Canada right now? People can't afford private property. It's only going to get worse unless we make changes. The crazy thing is that Canadian citizens stand up and they're like, yes, Team Canada, this is what we want. We want more taxes. We want someone who's going to, implement more strict measures from our government, this top-down initiative. It's so weird. It's like they want to be cucked by their own government. I don't understand it. They want less freedom. They want less money. They want less economy. It's starting to get hard to be proud of a lot of the Canadians that are out there.
Hello from Communist Canada. And I don't want anybody to ever correct me again when I say Communist Canada. They've just arrested the owners of Universal Ostrich Farm for trying to do everything in their power to save their 400 healthy birds that CFIA will not test because they know that they're not sick. You know who spoke out against this? Let me tell you who spoke out against it. Derek Sloan, some of the BC1 people in British Columbia. I want to point out, we've heard nothing from Mr. Frickin' Elbows, and we've heard nothing from Mr. Pierre. Shocking. You now live in a communist country. You have zero property rights. You have no right to private property. You have no right to the animals that you own and that you raise. And now, just an FYI, you have no right to free speech, and they're going to take away your guns. So, when I say it's Communist Canada, I mean it. Welcome to Venezuela 2.0. Now, you all have a great day. Elbows up.
Alright, so after watching this, I feel like people are getting really concerned about where things are heading. But let's be real, sometimes what we see online can feel bigger than what's actually happening on the ground. Now, I'm not saying everything is perfect. There are clearly issues people are talking about, safety, policies, and how things are changing. But jumping straight to extreme labels doesn't always help us understand the real situation. What I think is happening is this: people are frustrated. And when frustration builds up, the language becomes more extreme. That doesn't always mean the reality is exactly the same as what's being said. At the same time, people's feelings matter. If a large number of people feel less safe or unheard, that's something that should be taken seriously. Ignoring that won't fix anything. So instead of just reacting emotionally, I think we need more clear information, honest discussions, and less confusion from leadership. Because when communication is unclear, people start to assume the worst. That's just my opinion. What do you guys think? Is this a real change or just how things are being?
Canada just entered a new stage of communism following the UK's footsteps after a woman is harassed by law enforcement for online comments.
Well, there's some allegations that you've made some online posts to the Prime Minister of Canada. You have anything to say about that?
Notice he said there's been some allegations suggesting that people have been reporting her comments or social media posts to the police. This is no surprise since Canada has created a culture of denunciation, meaning a society that encourages citizens to report each other for the smallest things, which is often found in authoritarian communist regimes, where the government will enable its people to snitch on each other that break the rules even for the pettiest of reasons. Like during COVID when we saw neighbors calling the police on each other for breaking lockdown rules like having family dinners.
Can you be more specific? What post? What I specifically said? Do you have a screenshot?
Yeah, you specifically said, and you made it online.
Because, he's a Zionist scumbag, and he's not my prime minister, so...
Okay.
But really, you're going to come to my door, and you're worried that I'm going to do something? Do I seriously look like a threat to you?
Does she?
That's why we came to talk, right? If such behavior continues, if there is...
What are you going to do? Put me in jail because I don't like our prime minister?
No, but if you made some threats that are concerning...
What kind of threats did I make? You still haven't shown me what I said.
Here, she asks for proof of these threats she's made against the Prime Minister. The officer pulls out his phone, acting like he'll present the evidence, then he just puts it away, and he never tells her what she said that was a threat. And he's doing his job perfectly, because this visit was never actually about presenting evidence of wrongdoing. It was only about silencing dissent under threat of escalation.
So if those threats are continuing...
Show me what I said.
Right? You could be arrested and charged. Just want to let you know.
Communist Canada, how do you like working for that? Are you proud of yourself? Do you go back home and look at your family in the mirror and say, this is what you do for a living?
And there's all the proof you need. If you continue making these threats that we won't specify at this time, then we'll be back to arrest you. This is intentional to scare her into silence by leaving her with a broad range of posts that were flagged as threats. And this is a part of authoritarian regimes. It's having many laws with broad language so citizens don't know if they're actually committing a crime. And now they're making an example of her. For the rest of us, anything you post on social media that they consider a threat may lead to your arrest. Now the question is, will Canadians continue to speak out or grow silent for fear of persecution?